this is a staunch supporter and a friend. Supporter and a friend of mine, Tara.
Howdy, y'all.
Tara Emin, right? How do you say it?
Tara
You
Emin.
like the way I said it?
You got it right. Yeah.
It's very difficult. It's I-M-M-E-N, but I know how to pronounce it.
There
I
you
just
go.
want to tell you, I'm so excited. She gave me some lesson in history the other day. I interviewed her briefly. And if she wants to retouch on this back again, because now we're going to have it in the episode.
All right.
And we would love to hear from you, you know what I mean? Can you tell me what's going on for the next 4 years? Go ahead.
Oh, 100%. I just love so much about Donald Trump. My favorite thing about him, more than just policies, it's the fact that he is bringing the 1776 Act back. He already passed it in Pennsylvania, which is the coolest thing. We need to bring America back to our patriotism, back to what our founding fathers taught us. This Declaration and Constitution are the most valuable living and breathing documents in our history. And they are just, everything they say is what formed and strengthened America. Trump is reminding that we're going to get patriotic teaching back in schools. We're going to teach our kids to stand proud and say that stinking pledge of America. We ain't going to have no one kneeling, because everything about our history is wonderful. Our founding fathers fought so hard for it. And we're going to continue to make it great. Trump is making it great. We're going to get 4 more years, 12 years, Ivanka Trump, Trump Jr., you know, we're going to get it all, baby. American history, American patriotism. We love our Constitution and our Declaration, and let us never, ever forget it. Trump
Well, with that
2020.
said, now you know why I come to cover these events, because not only I get invited and excited, but because of the enthusiasm that goes on the ground.
Ooh.
Positive. The show is about shakers and makers, and here she is, right here in front of you,
Woo.
folks. I just
All the
want you
way.
to know, this is MAAP Real Talk Show. Myself and the crew, we are so honored to cover you as well.
Well,
and
thank you
everybody
very
else.
much.
As you know, look at this
appreciate it.
enthusiasm. As
I
you see.
know. I mean, where's this for Biden? I mean, nobody shows up to his rallies.
So-
You know?
So Donald J. Trump, if you're watching, what do you want to tell him now?
Ah, shoot.
Again,
Man,
come on,
I
say
don't
it.
know. I have so much to say, sir. I love all you're doing. Screw the fake news media. Screw what they say. We believe in you. We stand behind you. We support everything you do. I voted for you in 2016 and sure as heck gonna do it again in 2020, baby. I'm working for the campaign, door knocking for you, doing so much. I love this country. I will stand behind you. We're gonna make liberals cry for 4 more years.
See, to be continued, there's more to come, as you know. Listen, we're going to be talking to some politician. Let's see if we could do it with this enthusiasm they talk to us. This is MAAP Real Talk Show.
Woo.
Your host, George Nemeh, with Tara Emin. I'm standing here, MAAP Real Talk Show, with David and Marilyn. I've met him at the debate, and we had enormous conversation beyond measures, like we've known each other for 20 years. And those are the moments that I keep with me in my heart for a long time. And one of the reasons I cover these events is because I said it earlier, is the enthusiasm. And this is a display right here. David, good to see you this morning.
Good to see you.
What's going on now? Can you tell me a little bit since I met you what's going on?
Well, not much more than what we talked about at the debate.
Right,
We're excited to be here. We love this stuff.
right.
We were at the last Trump parade a couple weeks ago. And I was actually really impressed and surprised at the amount of people that came.
That came.
Like, I had no idea. So,
And this is your mom?
my mom, Marilyn.
Now, I just noticed she was a retired sheriff, I think, deputy. So this is like, for me, big deal. I salute you for your service that you rendered us, even though it's in Vegas, I think, right?
Yeah.
So I don't want to do the talking for you. You want to tell us a little bit about that, like the little journey?
Well, it was very exciting. I mean, it's the best job I ever had. I don't know, but I am a Trumper.
That's what counts. But you know, I had to appreciate and thank you for your service. As you know, it's mandatory for all Americans to realize people that are in the front line, they need to be recognized. And today, this mega rally, not only for the President of the United States, it's also for the police. That's why they called it, you know what I mean? So we have to always remember, like, the people that serve it up. Now you might say, oh, George, just police. No, even the plumber. I needed a plumber the other day, and I thanked them for service. So we need everyone. People don't realize we don't need superstars. We don't. I never needed an athlete, you know,
Right.
in my house. I needed like a doctor, a lawyer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we appreciate your service. And this is why I like to bring George. George, this is one of my crew. He's also a retired detective from New York City. His name is George Greeter. And one of the reasons I surround myself with like a lot of great positive people because I like it. Come on in. This is George. I know he's a crew, but he's a volunteer crew. His name is George Greeter. He's a retired detective. And you know, don't forget, he knows Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro.
I know that Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
But I know right now a lot of the circumstances not like big deal, but I just want you to know you're the big deal today.
Oh,
We appreciate you and your help and service, sir. Thank you. Thank you for 30 years of service.
It's a pleasure to be
And I want to introduce him to my friends here, Marilyn and David, professionally on camera.
Nice to see
This
you
is,
again.
yeah, this is your fellow officer right here. And that's what the show is about. It's about shakers and makers and people that makes the difference, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, MAAP Real Talk Show with you here in the big land of the state of Arizona in the desert. We sign off. We'll see you soon. We're coming back with more stuff. Don't leave. More years, baby.
I'm looking out at all these faces. We've done 35 rallies in the last 4 weeks. 35 of these. We did the flag waving. We've done the side-by-sides. We've done the Trump trains. We've done East Side Trump trains. And at every rally, one of the things that I find that is consistent with everything we do is the people. We come around, we come together. I don't know any of you. We don't know each other, but it's always polite, it's engaging, it's exciting, there's a lot of energy. I have never met a greater group of people than I meet at these rallies, and I think this is the finest group of people we have put together yet so far. This is truly, truly awesome. USA, let me hear you loud and proud.
USA! 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 USA!
Man, I'm stoked. I am so excited. The energy that is in this field is just absolutely amazing. We've been out here since about 4:30 this morning. It is a lot that goes into doing one of these, but I'll tell you what, the reason why we do this is because it's important for Arizona to know that we are not turning blue. We are not going to be overtaken and overrun by the socialist policies of the Democratic Party. And I don't care how many times they try to feed it with the fake news, we're not buying it. And you guys right here are showing us we're not buying it. We are going to make liberals cry, yes ma'am. I just want to take a moment to recognize our vendors. They've been out here since 4:30, 4 o'clock this morning. Political Sports, Trump Gear Shop, Dealer Choice One, Arts Craft Sports, and David Bell at the hitch holders. The food, we have Patriots of Arizona doing the water and cookies. Let's Kiss and Cake Up. I don't know if you've had the Trump cookies on that, but those were pretty awesome. Kona Ice, Jack's Taco Shop, Black Bear Snack Shack, Consoles of the Saucy Pasta Train, and of course right here, Sinister Swine with the great barbecue. And if you haven't gone over and got that yet, you're not American. That's all I can tell you. I had already had the pulled pork and it was awesome, and I was not paid to say that. So we've got a great lineup for you today. We have some great speakers. Some you may know, some you don't know, but you will know when we're done. We're going to do an opening sermon and prayer. We just ask that everybody be respectful, whether or not your beliefs are what it is. We're all praying for this great country. We're praying for our event today, and we're praying for each and every one of our neighbors that are out here. And I'm going to bring him up right now, Mr. Ray Romero. Let's get a big round of applause for Mr. Romero.
Good morning, fellow patriots. How we doing today? Does everybody think that the time is coming? Well, you know what? The Bible says, 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 3 and 4. We have people who no longer listen to the truth and right teaching, but follow their own desires and will look for teachers who will tell them whatever they want to hear. They will reject the truth and follow myths. But let me tell you, the time is now. We're here. Look at y'all. We stand for righteousness. We stand for truth. Also, 2 Thessalonians, the wicked will use every kind of deception to fool those who are on their way to destruction because they refuse to believe the truth that would save them. God has sent a great deceiver upon them, and they will believe all lies, which is where our current times with the media and all those involved in trying to destroy our great nation. And with that, let us pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you for the great day that you have given us. We ask that you will continue to guide and protect our President Donald J. Trump, our Vice President Mike Pence, our own politicians here, Debbie Lesko, Marissa Hamilton, Jerry Sheridan, Martha McSally, and may you guide them and give them the strength to be victorious. We ask that you will protect our event while we drive around our city, our great state, and that you will watch over our troops that are abroad, our law enforcement, and those that are protecting our borders, from the far north to the south, and the east and to the west. We thank you, and amen.
When you drive down the street and you see an American flag on the house, when in the history have you decided that when an American flag is in the front of the house, it's a Republican? How many times in history have you seen that? That is sad. And let me tell you what, we need to make sure we are flying our flags loud and proud, and that we are letting people know that we will not lose this country. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and bring Star Alliance up to sing the national anthem. Please take a moment, bow your heads, take off your hats, and let's cover our hearts.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountain to the prairie, to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Now we'll do the Star Spangled Banner.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we love were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Hello everybody, how y'all doing today? Hey look, 2016, check this out. 2016, I was homeless, living in a communist country. It was California. No, I'm joking. No, I lived in a oppressive state, California. I was sleeping next to a trash can, I promise you. I voted for Donald Trump that night. Well, that morning, actually. And I waited for the results when I slept by the trash can. 4 years later, I'm at the White House listening to him speak. This is, hey, my wife will tell you, this is the truth. This is the God-honest truth. I seen Donald Trump speak. I met Candace Owens. Man, you can't believe, look. Thank you. But what I realized is when I was growing up, my mom actually made me a Democrat by default, right? Unfortunately. But I've grown to think for myself. You don't have to be a Democrat because you're black or Hispanic or white, whatever. You know, and she had me having the victim mentality. And I didn't need to have a victim mentality. I grew to realize that everybody was created equal. Right? In those 4 years, I've grown to get a job. I served in the military. I've done all these things, and my life has changed for the better. And it's one thing I can guarantee, is can't nobody tell me the American dream ain't true. The American dream is true. I don't want to hear anybody complaining of being a victim at all. After the stuff I went through, and where I'm at right now, talking in front of you guys, you lovely people. Yeah. Clap for that, you stupid. No, I don't want to quote Joe Biden. I don't want to do that. Yeah. Hey, right here. Somebody said that we're all racist here. Is this true? So why is the media overhyping things? Like, why is CNN going crazy, making it seem like we're the ones divisive? Yeah, screw them. Yeah, you're right here. So, I've had my Trump bumper sticker moved away on my car. Somebody peeled it off. I've had my apartment complex tell me I can't have a Trump sign in my window. Like, yeah, trying to take our Second Amendment right. They also said we can't have guns in the apartment. Now, did I listen? I got bad hearing. I can't read the lease and all. I can't do none of that. So I'm going to tell you guys, I'm anti-Second Amendment. I'm like most Democrats, right? They tell you you can't have guns, but they got security with big guns, right? All I'm saying is, As a Republican, I've been a Republican since 2009. I voted for Mitt Romney in 2012. Oh, I was waiting for the tomatoes and shoes, my bad. No, I voted for Mitt Romney in 2012. That was the first time I opened my eyes to the Republican Party, and I've never looked back since. I'm just saying, the United States has been so great to me, and I've noticed that how you guys treat the military versus how Democrats treat the military. Right. I mean, I came from, like I said, a communist country called California. And at the VA over there, they treat you way different than the VA in Arizona. They treat you way different. In fact, they're so anti-military, anti-law enforcement, it is unbelievable. Like, they will turn you away out in California. I don't know who's all out here from California. California. Cubafornia. Oh wait. Wrong name, sorry. Somebody's from California? All right, time to go. You guys gotta go. Go ahead. Oh, okay, good job. Yeah, California's not a part of the United States no more. It's 49 states in the US. California is not one of them. It is now the Republic of Cuba now. So, I came from a dictatorship of Gavin Newsom. Hey, what's wrong with Gavin Newsom? Am I the only one like him? I don't see any other hands. All right, I'm by myself. All right, that's cool. All right. No, I came from a dictatorship of Gavin Newsom, and when I say food stamps, welfare, high taxes, illegal immigration, I could go down the list. I'll be here all day up here. I know I don't want to take up all y'all time, but I came to Arizona and saw something way different. Way different. Like, I used to walk in Walmart, because I just moved out here from California in January, right before the lockdowns. Thank you very much, thank you. But when I used to walk in like places like Walmart, I would have my MAGA hat on. And just imagine being in a communist country like California with a MAGA hat on, walking through a Walmart in the hood. The hood. And I've gotten to high-speed chases because of a Trump bumper sticker in California. If you guys go on my Facebook, you will see the story about, I don't want to go through the story because I'll be here all day once again, but the person had a gun in their car, and I can't have a gun because mine's in the trunk and the magazine's in the glove box. That's how California's operated. So imagine being in a high-speed chase with somebody that doesn't care about having a gun because they're a criminal, but they're infringing on our Second Amendment rights, and we're novel citizens. Imagine that, right? So I have to pull over, hold up, time out, y'all. Let me go to the trunk and unload the gun, go to the glove box, put my magazine in. Okay, we have a fair one now. What kind of garbage is that, right? But that's how California is operating. When I got out here and I seen people with guns on their hip, I started ducking like, oh shoot, is that how it's supposed to be out here? Like I didn't know, right? And my friend did the same thing. He came out here from California, from LA. Ooh, even worse. He came out here from LA and he saw the gun on my hip. He's like, you really gonna walk into Walmart like that? You really gonna do, what the heck? I'm all like, dog, chill, bruh. You just got here to a new country now. Relax. I have different friends that they live in Oregon, Washington, that follow me. They're like, come visit me. I'm like, I don't even have a passport to go all the way over there. I really don't. Because look how these other states have been ran. I mean, I know a lot of people may have mixed feelings about the current governor here. I honestly like him after what I've seen. I don't know about you guys. How do you guys like the current governor? It's way more than y'all. That's okay. You guys ain't even clapping like that. All right, that's cool. Oh, okay. All right, cool. All right. Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, that guy is Jesus compared to the one in California. Y'all count your blessings here. Okay? I'm telling you. I just went out and voted 2 days ago. Who all voted? Oh, okay, everybody voted. Who voted for Biden? You guys are a tough crowd. No Biden? No Kamala? You voted for Kamala right here. No? Who's Biden? Yeah, he's running for Senate. Yeah. Yeah, a hospice, a nursing home, he's fit for all those things. But what I've noticed is that it can't be a Biden rally, there's too many people here. This flag's way back. This ain't a Biden rally for sure. I think I walked in the wrong place. I was here for Biden, I'm out of here, y'all. No, I voted for Donald Trump. 4 more years. I want him in there like 30 more years. He needs to be comatose in a casket frozen running the country. I don't want none of this Democrat, nothing coming, nothing up in here, nothing, okay? I voted red all the way down the list. The paper was in black and white, but I voted red all the way down the list. Everybody, if you haven't voted, it looks like everybody's voted. But if you haven't voted, this is the time to vote. I know they say that every 4 years on the Democratic side. There's never been a chance to vote. Vote or die, this and that, right? But this is for real. Like, if you guys want to keep your guns, I know a couple of you guys out here have your guns. Second Amendment. I believe in it. There's no such thing as that in California and other countries, but the Second Amendment is everything to me. Record low unemployment is everything to me, right? There's so many things that Donald Trump has done, like black college funding for 10 years. Clap for that, you stupid. All these different things that Donald Trump has done for the black community. And it sucks that I get shunned every day for voting for Donald Trump, and I exercise my love for Donald Trump. And I don't want to talk you guys' ear off, but I'm going to talk you guys' ear off. They said I could be here all day. I mean, I got my sleeping bag right here, so I'm here all day. No, I'm just kidding. I just want to say before I go, no, socialism, no work, no. I love you guys. I don't even know a tenth of you guys out here, but I love you all because you guys are all standing for something for real. So I'd like to tell y'all 4 more years. That's what we need. 4 more years. 4 more years. 4 more years. 4 more years.
So can you tell me a little bit how you feel sharing the stage with the future political or political people in Arizona? How does it feel, man?
Unreal.
Did you realize that from when you were sleeping by the garbage can to be here today? I want to show you, like, this is a panorama of who you're with, and look at the crowd, sir. You had everybody triggered in a positive way. People were humming, people were talking, they were cheering. How does it feel?
It's unreal. I can't explain it. I can't even explain it. I can't put it into words. I've been out here, voted Republican for a long time. I just actually started doing videos on Facebook and YouTube for politics and stuff maybe 3 months ago.
Right.
And next thing I know, I'm sharing the stage.
Now you're sharing the stage, yeah.
So I haven't let this one settle
settle in real quick.
I wanted to interview you on stage because you did an indelible mark to the people, because I heard the people, like, as I was walking by them, what they were saying. They were falling in love with you, sir. And just to give you this message from the crowd as I'm walking among them. I just want to tell you, thank you so much for doing what you did today. And you encouraged so many people. And I wanted you to put it next to you in the panorama, next to the political people, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, one hand watches the other.
We need to take back Phoenix with our mayor. The Phoenix mayor is destroying our city, and it's embarrassment for all of us that live in Phoenix and the surrounding cities. So without further ado, and the largest welcoming applause, let's hear it for Marissa Hamilton.
Good morning, everyone. This crowd is amazing. I can't even see how far it goes. You are incredible, and you are a testament to the momentum that we have to bring Trump for 4 more years. As I've been canvassing, because my race is nonpartisan, my team is able to effectively go to independents and Democrat doors and talk to them about the election. Talk to them why it's so important that we have a mayor that won't defund the police. Talk to them about why it's important that we have a mayor that doesn't call our veterans non-essential. And the one question that I typically get asked is, but how could you vote for Trump? And it's a very, very easy answer. We talked to them about the work that I've done as chair of the Arizona Legislature Subcommittee on Policing and how we've worked side by side with our police to reform our policing in positive ways so we can keep our community safe and have a better relationship between the police and the community. And I know it's shocking, but none of it includes burning any businesses down. And so we tell them that for me as mayor, for me to be able to implement all the wonderful strategies that we have to be able to solve our homelessness problem, make sure that we don't have a single veteran out there that's living on the street. To be able to completely dismantle Joe Biden's crime bill. That was a horrible, horrible piece of legislation that's really destroyed our country. And to make sure that we protect our families and keep our families together. All of these things take the policies that our President Trump has at the top. If we have Biden as president, that's going to put me in the position where I have to spend most of my time fighting his terrible policies from destroying our city. It will be an uphill battle. And so if your friends don't like the way our president tweets, or he doesn't like the way he debates, ask them what they think about having our veterans sleeping underneath the city lights at City Hall without any shoes on, because that's what I saw on Sunday night. Ask them what they think about defunding our police and having radicals take over our city council. Have you heard about the anti-police committee that our mayor has? So for those of you that haven't heard about what this is, essentially the way that it works, and I'll tell you from a position of being a survivor of domestic violence, it's supposed to be a civilian committee for oversight and transparency. But the way that it's going to work is that they're not going to allow anyone that's even related to anyone in law enforcement anywhere in the country to be on this committee. They're not going to let anyone that's retired law enforcement be on this committee. But they want to have known anti-police biased activists on the committee. And so as a survivor of domestic violence, by the way, did you see how our Democrats shamed our wonderful Congresswoman Debbie Lesko for being a survivor yesterday? Absolutely disgraceful. And so in the scenario of this anti-police committee, what would happen is that my abuser could go to the police and complain, go to this transparency committee and complain that our police were mean to him when they saved my life. This is extremely dangerous for victims. It's extremely dangerous for our police. And it's not going to provide any level of transparency, because that actually sits with technology providers and making sure that we can have good contracts. Well, our mayor was a lobbyist, so she doesn't know how to do any of this except to self-destruct our city. We have had a 44% increase in homicides this year. We've had 180% increase in domestic violence deaths. And we've had our gang violence tripled, because the gangs, they looked at social isolation as a business opportunity. And so they went into our vulnerable neighborhoods where our kids aren't allowed to go to school, they're not allowed to go to parks, their community centers are closed. They live in vulnerable families, sometimes single parent families, sometimes both parents working and not at home. And they said, hey, we have a job opportunity for you, we have parties, come join us. And now we have over 20 shootings in South Phoenix since June. Our city is in a race to the bottom under Kate. Our small business ranking went from being 20th best in the nation to 59th in 1 year. I was told by the Arizona Restaurant Association that 30% of our restaurants are closed permanently in Phoenix. I believe that every business, every job, and every person is essential. And every single small business that we have is someone's dream. And that means that our government took this pandemic and used it to kill people's dreams, kill people's life savings, kill people's retirements. I have over 19 years of experience in the supply chain, food service, and grocery retail industries with a background in master data management and technology. In the supply chain, you don't have a choice to not solve a problem. If something ends up getting screwed up, that means someone's not getting food, someone's not getting clothing, someone's not getting medical supplies. Failure is not an option in the supply chain. And we need to have a mayor where failure is not an option for our city. We need a mayor that's not going to abandon us for a summer break during a pandemic so she can go on national TV and lie about the pandemic. This year hit really close to home for me when my mom had a medical issue. And she's disabled and she struggles and she's in pain all the time. But her pain had increased considerably. But during the pandemic, and she lives in Florida, she was told that her issues were non-essential. And so her doctor appointments kept getting canceled and pushed off. And an issue exasperated to the point that it was a life-threatening situation, but she didn't know, she was just in more pain. So she eventually went to the hospital, and the doctor told her that if she hadn't arrived within 2 hours, they don't think they would have been able to save her. And I wasn't allowed to go see her. She was in the hospital alone. I couldn't even come visit her afterwards because it would have been a 2-week quarantine. So she had to take care of herself after being released from the hospital by herself. One of our family friends passed away, and for the month before he died, he was not allowed to have any visitors. And so he died alone by himself.
Lots of people.
Lots of people, that's correct. I saw one of my supporters today tweeted out that her mother died from cancer because she didn't get the checkups and she didn't know. And so she finally went into the hospital and she wasn't going to be able to make it. And she passed away overnight. The irresponsibility, the dangerous messages that have come from this mayor have put more people's lives in jeopardy than what the pandemic did. And that's horrifying to me. The consequences that we have now are long-term. You're not going to put violence back into a box. The medical issues that people are facing because they were told they were non-essential and they couldn't get the help that they needed, that's not something that can be fixed overnight. And so we need to move forward in a way that we are able to become the most innovative city in America, And I know that sounds like a tall order, but hear me out. All of the cities on the West Coast are now on fire. They've had riots for over 100 days. I stopped counting after 100. They have protests constantly, riots constantly. Their entire business environment has been completely destabilized. And so Phoenix is still the fastest growing city in America. There are 3 states that people are moving to: Florida, Texas, and Arizona. But Phoenix is uniquely positioned within the supply chain from Mexico and from the West Coast that we can become the hub of manufacturing for America. Right now, we're the hub of imports from China. Let's be the hub of exports to the rest of the world so that the world can have the best goods made in America. And so I ask for your vote, I ask for your support, but this race is a little bit different. We don't just need to win this race, we need to annihilate it. We have to win 50% plus 1 vote. And so I need everyone here to tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell your family. Go onto my website, sign up to volunteer. We can do this, we can win this outright. Absolutely, it is freedom versus tyranny. It's anarchy versus having safe neighborhoods. The choice couldn't be any clearer. And our mayor, she has never met a tax increase or a lockdown that she didn't like. And so it is time for us to draw a line in the sand and say we're taking our city back. It's time to draw that line in the sand to say we're taking our state back. And it's time to draw that line in the sand and say we're taking our country back. Thank you so much, everyone, for having me here. Thank you for your dedication to our country. And just before I go, I just want to honor all the veterans and those that are in law enforcement currently or retired and serving in our military. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you, everyone. Trump2020.
But how do you feel like right now? What is your feeling like?
This crowd is so energized and so fired up, and I am so excited for the momentum that we have going into this election. This is the best chance we've had in over 2 decades.
Much introduction, 40 years in law enforcement, is not talking about defunding the police.
So how do you feel yourself? Like how you hanging in there physically?
Every time I come around all of our supporters, I am just energized, and it just motivates me to just keep pushing that much harder.
Well, wherever I go as well, everybody's speaking highly of you and they love you, just to let you know. Because I put out the video about you and they all like very excited. So just to let you know, congratulations up in advance. We don't want to jinx you, but let's keep it going.
Absolutely.
Well, my name is Jerry Sheridan. I am your
Exactly. I heard what you said. That was brilliant. Thank you so much for speaking with MAAP Talk Show. God bless you. Thank you so much. Yes, absolutely. You too.
You know, when I joined the sheriff, bringing up Mr. Jerry Sheridan. Thank you. I've got to do something. I've never done this before, but this crowd is amazing. I got to do a selfie.
You're doing it now, baby.
I've done it now. I'm not a selfie virgin anymore. Well, my name's Jerry Sheridan. I am your Republican candidate for Maricopa County Sheriff. You know, when I joined the sheriff's office at the ripe old age of 18 as a volunteer in 1977, I didn't know that my career would span 40 years, and I retired December 31st, 2016 as the chief deputy. And what a great career that would be. The influence, the people that I worked with at MCSO, and wearing that uniform of a deputy sheriff with 40 years would have on my life. And I would be standing here in front of you, the great American patriots, as your candidate to run for sheriff. So a lot of people don't understand the sheriff is a constitutional elected office. The sheriff is the only elected law enforcement official in the country. And it's important to know that because the sheriff doesn't report to the governor.
The sheriff doesn't report to the mayor, but when Marissa gets elected, I will take her phone call, I'll tell you that right now. The sheriff reports to you, the people, and only to the people. And that's important because the sheriff has to protect your civil rights, your freedoms and liberties guaranteed to you by our founding fathers. So if you want the right to peaceably assemble like we're doing now, the sheriff's there to protect that.
Amen.
If you want your Second Amendment rights, the sheriff is here to protect your Second Amendment rights. And I don't just say that as a law enforcement officer, I say that as an American. That's guaranteed to all Americans. And what people don't understand about shall not be infringed, I don't get. I don't understand that. You know, I've got a safe full of guns. I've even got probably the holy grail of guns that make you people jealous. I've got a 1921 Colt Thompson submachine gun in that safe. And that's not a safe, Queen. She's 99 years old and it shoots like the day it was born. And you can go to my Facebook page and watch the video of me shooting it and having fun, the big smile on my face, by the way. So here's what I'm gonna do as your sheriff. I am gonna bring back a lot of the things this current Democrat sheriff has done and destroyed. Yeah. You know, he has self-defunded the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office because there are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of vacancies because he has destroyed the morale of the sheriff's office to the point where he can't hire people.
Gotta go.
150 deputy sheriff vacancies today as we stand here, which means they're not out there protecting you in the patrol cars. The detectives are not protecting you. You know, one of the things that he destroyed within a month of getting there is he disbanded the drug interdiction unit. This was the most effective drug interdiction unit in the nation. It was a team of detectives that we put together to fight the drug cartels, bringing drugs through the Vico Valley down by Gila Bend. In a month, he disbanded that. So that means the drugs, the heroin, the fentanyl, the methamphetamine is coming into this county nonstop. He has not taken down any of the drug cartels, the money laundering organizations. He's letting these drugs, and last I knew, we had an opioid problem in this nation, destroying, and there's probably not one of us in this crowd that doesn't know somebody that has a problem with opioids. I'm gonna bring that back. Another thing that he's done is he disbanded the animal cruelty unit. We all, I don't know about you, but I have horses and dogs, and some of them are rescues. That's important to me. He's done nothing to protect our animals. I will bring that back. He took down Tent City. What? Tent City? That is a great program to teach people, low-level offenders, this is not a nice place, you need to come back to jail. You know what he's done? He's put carpeting in the day rooms.
No.
He's put big screen TVs. He's given the inmates iPads. iPads for inmates? So the inmates are running the jail system. I'm telling you what, when I get back in office, January 1st, when you put me in office, I am going to make jail a place where people don't want to go. That's the message. You know, this guy, like every Democrat, destroy everything they get their hands on. He destroyed the posse. We had 1,400 very active members of the posse. These were the most dedicated volunteers in the nation in law enforcement. They were force multipliers for your deputies out there patrolling the streets. They are gone. There's maybe 40 that have guns and they're not allowed to do anything.
No good, man.
They're coming back, baby, when I become the sheriff. So, again, you know, this current guy, I don't know where he's been, what he's been doing. He's been hiding. He's been hiding like Biden. I just made that up. So, you know, we've had some civil unrest here in Phoenix. We've been lucky enough, probably because they know we're not going to put up with their BS. But we've had some Antifa issues, we've had some problems, but where was your sheriff? Now, it's part of the sheriff's duties and functions to prevent, suppress, affray, and rise. It says that right there in the duties and responsibilities of the sheriff in the law. He's done nothing. He's been hiding under his desk. So here's how I'm going to handle it, and I hope it's okay with you.
Go ahead.
So the sheriff is going to protect your civil rights to peaceably assemble. But the minute you throw a rock or bottle in that group, it's no longer peaceable. The minute you assault one of those Phoenix police officers or one of my deputy sheriffs or one of your deputy sheriffs, it's over. I will declare it an unlawful assembly. I will give them time to disperse. If they fail to disperse, I'm going to spray them with skunk water. Now, skunk water, if you haven't seen it, you've got to go and Google it. It's awesome. I actually had a demonstration at my house last week. We sprayed 4 volunteers with it, and they said it's absolutely miserable. And what it is, it's very foul-smelling, dead body-smelling water. It stays on you for days, and it incites your gag reflex, if you know what I mean. And for those that don't disperse and run away, which they will, I'm going to line my jail buses up and I'm going to give them a free ride to jail. Because there's one thing about law enforcement, you cannot show weakness in the sign in front of the criminals. You have to take a stand. And I will take a stand. I'm not afraid to take a stand in any of my duties and functions, because the sheriff's responsibility is to protect you and to protect property. And we've seen across the country, law enforcement leaders are afraid to do this. Because a lot of times the police chiefs have to report to the city manager, reports to the city council. But once again, like I said, the sheriff reports to who? You, the people. We, the people, is responsible for putting the sheriff in office. And I will not forget that. I will be the sheriff for you. I work for you. You don't work for me. That's the way I feel about it. And believe me, wearing that uniform of a deputy sheriff, I practiced that for 40 years, and I will not forget it. So, that's what I'm all about. I'm love to talk to you. I'll be here. This is a great crowd. I'm honored to be your candidate for Maricopa County Sheriff, and I'll say this again. You have to vote. You have to get your friends and family. When you get done with this rally today, make sure you get on the phone for the next 10 days and tell your friends to vote. If they didn't vote, get out there and vote. The president voted yesterday. We need to vote. And I would encourage people not to wait till November 3rd, because we cannot trust Adrian Fontes, the Democrat, that's the county recorder responsible for elections, for things to run right on the 3rd. On November 3rd, we can't trust them to get it done right. We need to get our votes in before. And every vote counts. From President Trump, he supports law enforcement, and let me tell you something. This person that spent 40 years wearing the uniform of deputy sheriffs supports him. And thank you very much. I'm Jerry Sheridan. Thank you.
All I want to know is, what do you think about Jerry being the next sheriff of Maricopa County? You better be as active and engaged at going to the polls and voting for this man as you are right here and right now, because we need a sheriff to make Arizona jails great again. So I just got word we had Debbie Lesko and Martha McSally's speaker planned to be out here today, but they were actually tied up due to the confirmation of Amy Barrett. So we were not going to get them today. However, that does not mean when you go to the polls you forget their names. You vote red down the line and you make Arizona the best conservative state in this union. I'll tell you what, I'm
Sheriff,
up here listening
you
to
just
all
came
these
off
great
stage.
speakers, and I'm
How's
looking
the
at all
morale?
these
How's
guys
your
out
heart
here
feeling with all
clapping
this crowd
engaging with
shouting?
them.
It's overwhelming.
Where have you ever seen
The
something on the
overwhelming
side of the
love
road
and
so
support
awesome as
from
what we're
this
seeing
group
out here
is
today, ladies and
overwhelming.
gentlemen?
And how do you feel inside? I know you as a human,
I
like
look out, I
put the
see
human
all
side to it.
ages, all
Because I know
races,
everybody interview you about
all
politics.
genders,
I want to know the
everybody
man,
out here
Jerry.
waving their different
How does
flags,
it
and
feel?
is truly
I'm
embracing
humble.
to say that we are the party of
You felt the
getting
love,
together
right?
and being unified.
And how does it feel?
and
That's what I
making
wanna
this the best country in America.
Humble.
In the world.
I've
Whoever
never
said that.
felt this before.
Really?
All right, a few more
Thousands
announcements for
of people
today.
that are here today.
We're gonna do.
It's amazing.
I feel responsible also because I don't
You wanna
want
do
to
the-
let
get
them
up here.
Is
down.
there something you want to
Get
say
up
to
here.
the crowd? Because they're going to be watching this. What do you want to say to this
We
man?
just
I'm thanking
had
them
somebody
for the
wanna do the
record
Pledge
because
of
you're making
Allegiance.
history, sir.
We're gonna invite
We are
up on
honored
stage right here.
by
You guys
having
can say
you.
it with
But
them.
I want to know the people that want to be watching this. What do they want to know from our sheriff?
I will work hard
Well,
for
hello,
them
everybody.
7 days
How's
a
it
week,
going?
24 hours a day. For as
Man,
long as
we
I'm
love
your
our
sheriff,
country, love our
I will
flag,
do
and you know what?
everything
I
I
don't know
can
if
to
anybody
keep
knows out
you
there, but
safe
those colors
and your
actually
family
represent
safe.
something.
And
The white
Maricopa
is
County, a
security,
place where
the blood-
people
the red is the
want to
bloodshed,
come
and
and
the
live
white is just
and
like
bring
the
their
divine. And I love
businesses
everything about it. None of us are going to
and
kneel. I think this flag
feel
stands.
good
It's
about
more than
who
just
your
material.
sheriff is.
But I
We've
am
had
so
loss,
proud
we've
and
also
honored,
had
sir, to catch you
incredible victory.
at the right
Our
moment
founding
as you come off the
fathers fought so many
stage. Because
people,
this is the moment
in that
that
war
was
fought
that's
for
the
freedom. We
emotion
never
that I
got to
saw on
see
your
them
face as
alive.
you were
But
speaking.
you know what?
And I
We
wanted
love
to
our
talk to you
country,
because as a
love
coach,
America,
what
and
I
ain't never
saw
kneeling.
a real good-hearted man. And I want to thank you, and I'm honored
You guys
to even
ready?
to know you, sir.
All right.
I am very honored. I know,
Here's
so
my
get it
phone.
tear up because I
All
choked
right,
up.
I pledge allegiance
I want to tell you we
to
love
the
you.
flag
I,
of the
as MAAP Real
United
Talk
States
Show,
of
love you as well.
America,
Thank you,
and
sir.
to the
Thank you.
republic
Thank you
for
so
which
much.
it stands. Well, hello, everybody. How's it going? Man, we love our country, love our flag, and you know what? I don't know if anybody knows out there, but those colors actually represent something. The white is the purity, the red is the bloodshed, and the white is just like the divine. And I love everything about it. None of us are going to kneel. I think this flag stands. It's more than just material. We've had loss, but we've also had an incredible victory. Our founding fathers fought. So many people in that war fought for freedoms they even never got to see come alive. But you know what? We love our country, love America, and I ain't ever kneeling. Woo! All right. You guys ready? All right. Look, there's one there. They're all over. All right. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. God bless America and God bless President Donald Trump.
And telling everybody that Arizona is going to be great again.
Coming. Hey, this is MAAP Real Talk Show. Look who I found today. The most amazing speaker today. His history is impeccable. He started from nothing. Now he's sharing the stage with political, aspirational, and future elect politicians. With that said, I'm gonna let him do the talking. Sir, please, this is your mic.
All right. Look,
Give me your name on the rundown.
yes, I'm Jay Flash. You can find me on all the social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever. Jay Flash 1 on Twitter. I started from the bottom of the bottom. When I tell you sleeping outside by the trash can, I did that. And to be at the White House just 4 years later, 4 short years later, is unbelievable. And the fact that I was up here to share the stage with such wonderful candidates, possible sheriff, possible mayor, it just means everything to me. I'll cherish this moment for the rest of my life, for real.
You want to send a message to our president? Because
Yes.
sometimes it clicks on.
Okay.
Even though we don't have millions of viewers, but we have 60 important people that watch the show.
Okay.
And I hope you're going to be one of them.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, what do you want to say to our president right now?
Donald Trump, you have done so much in the first 4 years that you could just kick your feet up for 4 more and relax, because you've done the best job that any president, you're the greatest president of all time, and we need you in there for 20 more years.
And I want to know your feeling, like you gave a shout out to our president, but now I want to know, how does it feel to be on stage knowing where you came from, because I already know a little bit, we can't get into it. I want to know, how does it feel inside of your heart? This is not an interview about what are you going to do later. It's about you. How does it feel to be on stage? And we want you to stay healthy to continue this legacy. So how does it feel inside?
It's unbelievable. I mean, really, I can't even explain this feeling that I have. One day I'm making a video, and then the next day somebody's asking me to speak in front of a large crowd of people. So this is like the first time. This is, wow. I just want to say, wow, that's the only thing I can tell you.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years now? Like, what is that? Like, what is the aspiration now that you met? I don't want to tie up your interview because you want to meet and, you know, and mingle a little bit because I want you to. Right. But at the end of the day, what do you want to do now? What is your next for you? What do you plan, or is it just playing it by ear?
Really, I just want to be the person to endorse the next candidate. You know, I'm not looking to run for office or anything, but I mean to endorse candidates, you know, so people can see who I am, so they can see who the right person to vote for, the right man for the job or woman for the job, and that's what really was my purpose.
Well, sir, we are honored and privileged that we've met you, sir, and I love that speech you made today. We're gonna put it all, I hope we recorded it. If we didn't, I'll come back after you and call you out.
Yeah.
But that was magnificent, and I'm honored to have you because I know you want to go in there. But thank you so much. I hope to see you again and stay in touch.
Absolutely.
This is not a show about like got you moment.
Right.
This is a show about shakers and makers and people that are positive and protecting the Constitution.
Right.
Because, you know, politicians come and go.
Right.
It's up to us, you and I, to keep the Constitution intact.
Absolutely.
By voting the right people to keep it. Our freedom and happiness.
Right.
That's what all ties in together.
And that's my whole purpose. Is
If we lose the First Amendment, we lost all the amendments. I just want you to know, so I want to thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to talk to you too, sir. We are very honored. Thank you so much. This is my Real Talk Show again, out here in the desert, as you all know, up in near Lake Pleasant. Thank you so much, and don't go away now. I don't want to say this. We'll be right back.
My name is Marissa Hamilton. I am the only Republican running for Phoenix mayor. I'm the only Republican that has pledged not to defund the police. It is so important that we back our police officers for safer neighborhoods here in Phoenix. I'm here talking to you today to ask for your vote and ask for you to vote early. Polls opened up yesterday where you can vote in person just like you could on election day, and it is so important that you're able to vote early so that there's no shenanigans on the last day and your vote is suppressed. So please set your plan. You can go to azgop.com to learn exactly where the voting centers are near you. And thank you so much for your support. Vote red up and down the ballot. Victory 2020. Let's win.
I'm a Met fan.
Oh, you know, there's only two teams in baseball. New York Yankees and anyone who beats the Boston Red Sox.
Hey. It's easy to be a Yankee fan, the best baseball team in history.
That's right. Oh, yeah.
It's easy.
Oh, yeah.
But it ain't easy to be a Met fan, though.
I know.
I'm a Jet fan, too, though.
Oh, double. Oh,
I
a
grew
double
up
whammy.
in Flushing. My mother.
Yeah.
Listen to
As long
this.
as the fucking Dodgers lose. Tell me what the Dodgers to lose.
The Dodgers?
You want the Dodgers to lose?
Oh, no. I want the Dodgers to win.
Oh, you do?
Sure. Tampa Bay beat the Yankees. I don't want Tampa Bay to win.
I don't want the Dodgers to win.
Yeah, I do.
I don't.
Oh, yeah. Because they'll think they're great, and then next year, they'll be with the
Dodgers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't even watch baseball. I can't watch it.
Jerry, I voted for you.
All right. Well, thank you.
And a lot of my friends have.
Oh, thank you.
Okay? Good luck to you.
Well, I'm a son of a New York City cop.
New York City.
You filling that on the other trucks too?
Yeah. That's important.
What I'm doing right now.
It is. 30 years.
You spent 30 years. My dad was on the job 25.
Wow. Yeah. 30 years. Yeah. I woke up one morning, I said, 30 years, they're going to give me 70% of my pay for not going to work.
Right.
I said, I can do that without a calculator.
Right. You know what? He was sad the day he left.
Oh, yeah.
He loved that job. He loved his job.
Yeah, I was too.
Yeah, he retired in 1976. He's 89. You know what he's doing right now?
He's home with his girlfriend.
Oh, there you go.
And he lives with us.
Yeah.
My mom passed away
It's a kind of a
2.5 years ago. Three months later, he comes to me and goes, "Hey, kid," he says, "I'm not getting any younger." I go, "Yeah?" He says, "I don't know how much longer I got on this earth." I says, "Okay, Dad." I knew where he was going because I knew he had met somebody.
Yeah.
3 months after my mother passed away, and I said, "You want to date somebody, don't you?" He goes, "Yeah, how'd you know that?" I said, "Dad, I know you." I said, "Go ahead. Mom, you can't bring Mom back. You were with us 65 years.
Yeah.
And so he's at home with his girlfriend right now.
Good for
Oh,
him.
nice.
When I left this morning, he got up and he gave me a hug goodbye. He told me he loved me. 89 years old.
Cool.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
This
Been
is
my hero
why. This
all
is
my
why
life.
I do this show. I want to thank you, Sheriff. I call you Sheriff already for a long time. 'Cause we've
Okay.
known you
I
for
know
years.
you have.
I've known you for years, so I'm not gonna even. Election is an election, but we know you in your heart who you are. And this is why I'm honored that you spoke to us and you spoke from your heart. It's better than an interview. This is not an interview, folks. This is the real deal. This is what you get with Sheriff Jerry Sheridan. You're not gonna get anything else but the real deal. And we appreciate him so much in our community. And we appreciate you from MAAP Talk Show for giving us this opportunity. And George Greeter for his service, and in particular your service. He's retired. If you need any help, he'll be there to help you if you like. He's very experienced. And I want to thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, sir, to give us this opportunity. Good luck to you on
Thank
November
you.
3rd, sir.
Have a great time out here, everybody.
Thank you.
And remember, vote for President Trump and all the Republicans down your ballot. And don't forget Jerry Sheridan, too, by the way.
Yeah, check that Sheridan. Check that Sheridan box.
Hello, this is George Nemeh from MAAP Talk Show, the host. But I'm a little bit enthusiastic, and everybody says, why are you always upbeat and you talk fast? The problem is there's so much excitement in the air, I don't know how to fit it in a couple seconds. And that's really the truth. And then, the reason why I have that enthusiasm, not only the people I meet as abroad, but also we don't get to talk to, but I am so happy and lucky to meet. One of the reasons our show is called Makers and Shakers, and that's the positive about the show, is guys like Brian. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about Brian because he also made this happen with Chelsi, of course, Reynolds. We can't forget her, the principal founder of Patriots of Arizona. That brings me now to tie in this gentleman right here, Mr. Brian Morris, right?
Yes, sir.
Sir, I don't know where to begin. I'm gonna leave it up to you. How do you feel after accomplishing something like this?
There's no emotion for this. I mean,
Work is work.
let me tell you what.
Yes.
The work that goes into an event like this is bigger than anything I've ever done in my life, right? But the emotion that comes from it and the positive vibes and the energy that is coming out of this group is tremendous. We just got done driving down Lake Pleasant Parkway with 2.5 miles to the south of us. Wow. And all along the way, we're driving about 5 miles an hour. We're high-fiving, people are waving their flags. There are 4 more years. The energy, and the ability for people that don't know each other to come together, that's what this world's all about. There's so much hate and so much negativity. You come out to an event like this, and it's all gone.
It releases you.
It's gone.
Exactly.
Look at all of these smiling faces. There's a line. 30 minutes long for pork. You see anybody complaining?
Yeah, no, but
no.
You were my first target to talk to. If you noticed earlier when I came,
sir.
I said hello to you. The issue with me, I am being a coach, my background, filmmaker, and I've done a lot of ups and downs jobs. You all know we've been up and down in life. But I also know when I saw you, I saw a shaker and a maker, and that's the type of my show. And I just don't know. I hope I could have you in honor, maybe on tape one day to have you as a guest, because you have so much information. You have to do so many things. You could help other people.
Yes, sir.
And not only the cause, you also help the humans. Remember, the citizens. And that's where you are. Can you tell me a little bit how this came about to you?
So, the group of business owners I'm in, we always do a lot of events.
Right.
So we've been doing a lot of these rallies, and we hooked in with Chelsi on the Patriots page, and we started doing some stuff with her, and then we started offering some of our experience.
Right.
And we got brought in as partners, and the machine behind it is still Chelsi, but what we're providing is all the support and the
logistics. That's what
it's all about.
Like
yes.
right now, if we don't have this camera, nobody's gonna hear us.
Correct.
So you're doing the logistics. So how does it feel so far?
Oh man,
she's amazing, right?
I'm flying on a cloud right now.
Yeah, but she's amazing.
Yeah,
I want to say this on the record. Usually I don't judge right away, but this one, it's been a while. I've been working with her since the beginning myself. I'm the only media that covers. Yes. I don't know if she told you, I'm the main, MAAP is the main media for the show, for the group. But I just want you to know from your perspective now that you're already in here, are we going to see each other more often?
You better believe we are.
I hope so.
This is just the beginning, sir, as I'm telling you.
The ice is on the cake?
Yes.
So guys, listen to this. MAAP Real Talk Show with Brian. What's your name of the show?
Brian Morris, and I have, what?
How do they contact you?
Oh, you can reach me at Brian at We Fix Ugly Pools or Brian at BoomVideoTrucks.com.
MAAP Real Talk Show with you guys. We're not done yet, I swear to God.
No, we're just getting started, baby.
We're just like, so yeah,
this isn't even there yet.
Oh my God, we haven't finished. Just to let you know, guys, stay tuned. We love you. And from MAAP Real Talk Show, one more time. That's the FCC rules. You got to say that all the time. Thank you, sir, so much.
How difficult it was to get her up here, but it would be a shame for us to have this amazing event that's happened this week and last weekend without you understanding and knowing who this woman is, who has put in countless hours and days getting these events ready to go, making sure that they're the best experience that we could possibly have. So one more round of applause for Chelsi!
God bless you!
And I think the hardest act to follow in the world is the greatest national anthem in the history of the world. So I mean, it's an honor to be up here on stage with you guys and discussing all these great events that we've been doing for our great President Trump. We want to tell you that we got the official count from ADOT, and it was 96 miles. From what we've been told, this is validated by the Arizona Department of Transportation. This is a national record for the longest Trump train in the United States! And I don't think there's a greater feeling than being around all of my friends out here that share similar values and similar views of being able to ride on the freeways, pissing off every single liberal. And for those of you who don't know, we had a little visitor on our Trump train in this little Ferrari. He plays for the Arizona Cardinals. His name is DeAndre Hopkins. DeAndre decided that he needed to drive down the freeway, cutting off our cars, and giving us 2 birds as he's driving down the road. Not 1, but 2, which means he's driving dangerously with no hands on the wheel with 2 birds in the air. So what do we got to say to DeAndre? Fuck you! Yeah! I hope you guys all take to Twitter and social media and make sure you let him know of our displeasure of being disrespected for being in support of our great President Donald J. Trump, who's going to be... How many more years? Holy shit, I can't hear you! That's what I want to hear. I'll tell you what. We have one of the greatest presidents to ever be in charge of our great country. And we are blessed to be seeing his vision for what we have and having a president that loves us so much that he's willing to put up with all the bullshit that he has put up with. From the fake news media, from the other side, all these false investigations, and he still comes to work, and he is rallying harder and harder and harder going into this last election. And you all know where Biden is? One more time? Oh my God, I love you guys. You know why? Because you're all educated. It's easy for me to talk to you. Hey, so I can't express it. I know Chelsi's been in tears for like the last 2 hours. And I'll tell you, it is not an easy thing. Thank you. It is not an easy thing to have all these emotions come to a head. So when we start these events, we're out there early in the morning, we're seeing everything come together. The first thing you have is, oh my God, what's going to go wrong? And then it's like, what am I going to screw up or forget? And then it's like, we get on the road and we're finally going, and then it's like, I hope everybody makes it. I hope everybody's not pissed off. I hope everybody's here. How many of you got pissed off while you were on the way here? How many of you are excited to be here at Dylan's?
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Ryan, you're awesome.
Thank you, sir. Just to let you guys know, the boat parade is next Sunday. We have all the information posted on the Patriots of Arizona page. If you do not like our page, I don't know where you've been, but you need to get there to Patriots of Arizona. We will also be having a Patriots of Arizona rally at Carefree and Lake Pleasant next Sunday as well. It'll be a much smaller event because a lot of people are doing the voting. But we'll be out there doing a much smaller loop, just kind of making sure that we keep the momentum alive. We're going into the last 7 days before the most crucial vote in American history. We don't have it released yet, but we are in the process of planning a election night watch party. Event to be determined. Is everybody wants to go to that? So 1 or 2 of you will show up if we do it?
Victory party! Victory party!
Victory party, that's right. How many more years?
4 more years!
We better say it one more time just so we can make sure we understand it.
4 more years!
I'll tell you what, I've never been as blessed and excited to hang out with people my entire life than it is to hang out with you guys.
That's right.
Always remember, we are holding ourselves to a higher standard. Regardless of what comes our way, regardless of the negativity that gets thrown at our great president or at us because of our beliefs, we come here convicted. And we come here with the understanding that we have to have a voice. Remember the thing, silent majority?
Yeah.
Who's fucking tired of being silent? Because the last time I checked, I haven't heard any silence in any of the events we've had. We're out there loud and proud flying flags, going out there honking horns, getting flipped off and waving back. That's what I'm talking about. So we are going to continue to keep this ball rolling. We appreciate you being on this journey. Again, Chelsi Reynolds, Patriots of Arizona. One more round of applause. If you haven't done so, and I'm going to tell you this.
Almost 17,000 between the two.
So we have about 17,000 members between the two, and we have a state that has, in 3 months, we have a state of like 5 million people. So do we only have 17,000 people that need to be a part of that page? So you guys don't have any friends? Is that what you're telling me? Because I swear, if you guys don't have any friends and this is it, we're in trouble. The last time I checked, I've got a ton of friends that need to be here. They need to be at our next rally. They need to be on our page supporting our great president, Donald J. Trump. And if you support the president, you need to support our page. One more time for Donald Trump. Let's hear a victory party! We love you guys, and I'll tell you, this has been a truly awesome experience. You guys are what makes it. Let me tell you, some of these people that are here, who got to the event this morning at 7 a.m., 6 a.m. this morning? Look at all the hands. Look at all the hands. Who got there at 8 this morning? Who came in the rally right at the end? See, a lot of that. We were there all day long, but look how many people were here this morning that are still here almost 10 hours later. That doesn't happen because we're not supporting the event or we're not supporting each other. That's pretty awesome, guys. You guys. Yeah, Biden's leading the polls.
8 years. 8 more years.
I'm hearing, it's like an auction up here. Can I get 4 more years? 4 more years. Can I get 8 more years? 8 more years. Can I get 12 more years?
I swear, let's just keep going down the line. Trump has a lot of family, you know what I mean? I think if we take it out to Barron, I think it's like 2044 or something like that. Hey, in all honesty, I've got the greatest experience I've ever had, and I think that Chelsi would agree that you guys are the greatest people we could ever be partying with out here at Dillon's. We ask you to always be respectful of the people around you. Make sure that you're hooking up with somebody else as far as getting their social media. Make a friend. If you're here and you're not making friends, you're not here for the reason why we're here. We're here to network with like-minded individuals. So when you go to your page and you go to the Biden page and you see those people who like Biden that are on your page, you can delete them. We don't want you to lose friends. We want you to replace your friends with better friends. Because you know that as we move forward, you're going to continue to take that hatred and that vitriol, and you do not want that kind of negativity in your life. When they lose this election and they're out there decrying you and screaming at you because you voted for a winner, because that's what Trump is, a winner. What's that, sir? Look, it has been a pleasure, an absolute pleasure, and we hope that even after the election, you guys understand that our mission is not just to get the president elected. Our mission is not just to bring out the voices of the silent, not so silent majority that's here today. We are not done, because we are starting on the next election day that this is done. We have waited too long and been too quiet in the wings to be able to get the next leaders of tomorrow moving. And if we do not find those leaders, we are going to struggle with each election based on what we have being thrown at us. And we haven't seen it like this at any time in history, with the fake news and the media trying to discredit our president and keep our voices quiet. How many of you want to stay quiet? Was that a Biden protest question? How many of you would like to stay quiet? Is that a hell no? That's what I thought. There we go. That's a lot better. So I want you guys to enjoy the rest of the day. Dillon's opened the place up to us. Obviously, they're great supporters of our president and of our movement. And thank you again for coming out. From Chelsi and I with Patriots of Arizona, we love you! Trump2020, brother, yeah!
Hi again. This is almost the ending, like before the ending. It's the end of the day, we call it, but we don't know what segment it's going to be in. And as you know, this is George from MAAP Real Talk Show again. And I always run into these beautiful ladies, and they doing their thing. I don't need to plug them this time because I don't think it's fair. I think it's time to initiate them into the show. Hopefully, they're bringing us more subscribers. You know what I mean, folks? Okay, this is George again. Hold on, give me a second. Hello, ladies.
Hi.
I know you don't want to talk. I had to force you a little bit. I had to coerce you a little bit, but I just want you to know we are so proud of you for what you do and you're helping everybody with the flags and the polls and whatever you do. Can you tell me a little bit about how that whole thing started with you? Because I know you're doing different businesses, but what do you tell me all about it? How did the whole thing start?
Well, my husband started making them in the garage and asked us if we could go out and sell them. So, yeah, I think we're doing pretty good.
So you're doing it great. I saw a lot of people coming to you, so that's why we left you alone. I said maybe when things clear out, we'll do the end.
Absolutely. We support Trump.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Of course you support Trump, but you're also supporting yourself. But 1 second. Sorry about that. It's natural. Keep it rolling because that's life.
Yes.
So are you both doing the same thing? Is that what you're doing
Yeah,
too,
we're
Karen?
kind of.
This is Karen and Tiffany. I don't want to make a mistake. So Karen, are you doing the same thing too, or are you helping her friends?
Yes. Yep. We're here together and working as a team.
So what drove you like to Trump? Was it from the escalator time? Because I'm a New Yorker and I know about Trump from years ago, okay? How did that all come in? Because, you know, New Yorkers in the East Coast was never into politics. Your mom was always Wyoming, Midwest, you know. You got Carter from the South, the Carolina, and you got Bill Clinton from Arkansas. And then we always pick the president, you know, you got Texas, George Bush. Well, how did Trump come to picture to you from New York? Because New Yorkers will always have a hard time running for office. What tricked it for you for Trump? What did it for you?
The old-time values and morals and beliefs of the old world. I mean,
is it because he keeps his word?
He keeps his word, and he has some strong beliefs and limitations to those beliefs, and he doesn't flex on those. He stands strong in his beliefs.
So do you think, like, it's just my opinion, like an outsider as well, you know, you remember, we all baffled because he doesn't seem his action what he does. What he does behind closed doors with everybody else in business is not the guy that you see on the podium. And I was wondering how does those things come with you mixing up? How do you mix those things up?
We don't with Trump because he keeps his promises. He's promised support during the pandemic. He supported a lot of people during the pandemic. He gave out unemployment checks, and I think he's done a great job at keeping his word.
He kept his word all the time. Yeah. So that's I think it's idealistic because that's why they say women don't like him, but really you do. And I was wondering, they keep saying women don't like, right? You remember?
Right.
They kept saying this on the news.
And freedom, and if you're willing to go out and work and make money, Trump's your man.
Well, this is terrific. Karen, you have anything to add?
I love Trump because he's a good businessman. You know, he's had a few attempts where he's had to retry again, but the point is that he doesn't give up. He keeps going, and that's why he is a successful man. And this country needs Trump. Without Trump, we're over. We're done.
You know, we're gonna end it on this beautiful ending. That was. You better come back here because this is what you guys said. I'm gonna end on this. I love you guys for talking with us. I appreciate your support as well. Don't forget, we need your support as well. I hope they can hear me. Thank you so much. Really, I mean it. God bless you. Thank you so much. And like I said on camera, and I always do, I don't say goodbyes. I say stay tuned, and I'll see you back. This is George Nemeh with you from MAAP Real Talk Show. I speak fast. You want to know why? Because I love you from the heart. Talk to you soon. I thought you're gonna see. Oh, you're gonna love it because this guy.